Good evening and welcome to the live broadcast of LET20. You're watching this live on 22 Yards Network. It's pretty good weather here at Inland Cricket Ground, 27 degrees. You can see the sun is shining bright. It's almost 6 o'clock. And on a weekday, if you're witnessing cricket with that kind of weather, what else can you ask for? This is Calgary Stallions and St. John's. It is a very important game for St. John's in terms of qualifications for the playoffs. Final of Elite T20 is on Sunday. We'll see who will make it to the playoffs. I think probably the first three teams are decided. It's just a matter of time when we get our fourth team. That's played straight by Navshan. There's a long on in place for that. It's been a good start, a decent start. Not a lot of runs in that, but they haven't lost a wicket yet. These two are very aggressive. We know that they can pick up the momentum anytime. Kanwar Paul batting on 12 of 10. Short pitch. That is beautiful. That was timed to perfection. The moment he saw that it is short, he was ready. He was ready for that, and he deposited that over the square leg. There was a fielder there, but it doesn't matter when Kanwarpal hits it. Doesn't matter if the fielder is there or no. The score moves to 35 with that maximum. They still have 9 more deliveries to go in this power play. They would love to cross 50-run mark in these 9 deliveries. So around 15-20 more runs, which is not a big ask. Waqar Gill doesn't bowl with a lot of pace, but he is pretty accurate with his. Oh, that's again chipped this time. Not timed fully, but that will. Is that stopped within? Did the fielder get his hand on it? They'll come back for 3. So it's 1 run saved. I think it was her Simran. So yes, 1 run saved. It was not a complete shot played by Kanwar. It was just chipped in the air and it managed to travel almost all the way. It was stopped for 3 runs. Navshan now. That's down the leg. That's poor bowling. Good fielding by the fine leg fielder. Looks like it's Sarin. But this is not good bowling from Bukar today. Has been expensive. Usually he's very economical. He reminds me of Rajat Bhatia. The way he runs, the way his run up is, and even the angle. Rajat Bhatia played for Kolkata Knight Riders for years in Indian Premier League. Look at that short pitch again. Swing on that. That'll be wide. He'll have to bowl this again. He's making life hard for his wicket keeper behind the stumps. So another run added to the total. 40 is the total now. It's been a good over for Stallions. Played towards square leg. This time won't be any run there. So that's dot ball finally to end this over. It is 40 for no loss after 5. Harmanpreet, he's been economical. Navshan hasn't got the big shots today, but he's fairly capable of getting a big shot anytime that is in the air. Ain't no timing on it. Maybe it was a little bit too quick for Navshan to time that to perfection. That's a points table on your screens. St. John's, they're sitting at number 4 at the moment. They would love to win this game and qualify for the playoffs. Is Zalmi Lions, they're just behind them with the 4 wins. They still got a game to play. That's played nicely by Conver. It's been a good over from Herman. Just one in the first 3. That's edge. That's over the slip cotton. That will go to the boundary. Could have been a big, big blow. Harmanpreet is not very happy. Kiran Pal Sidhu, he was at first slip. I think they're having a heated conversation. And they're not happy with each other. Harmanpreet is saying you should have been a little backwards in your position. But Kiran Pal was saying, no, I was standing at the right position. It just went over him because it was slashed. It was not just the edge that the batter was trying to defend and the ball took the edge. That's umpire is saying that's going down leg. But Harmanpreet, he is creating chances. He is bowling well. He's got pace. He's quicker than the other bowlers. He's just given 17 in his 2.5. Has bowled well, hasn't got a wicket. He would love to add a wicket before this power play ends, and this is the last ball. Can he make it happen? Oh, another play and miss. Beautiful bowling by Harmanpreet. Ends this over. Just 5 runs in this. No wicket though, but a lot of disappointment with that edge and the ball beating the edge. A lot of things happening in this over. 45 for no loss. That's interesting call by the captain. Wakar Gill called in for his last over. 7th over of the innings. Navshan, he has struggled today. He's on 16 of 20. Usually bats with the strike rate of over 160, 170. Dot ball to start this over. Shuffles across, plays it over. How far has it gone? That is the maximum. That is 50 of the partnership that comes up between these two. 51 for the first wicket, 22 made by Navshan and 25 contributed by Kanwar of 38 balls. It's been a good stand by these two. They just need to capitalize from here. They have the ability to hit the big shots as I discussed earlier. And they just need to execute those plans now because they've played enough balls. That's played over the fine leg. Will that go to the boundary? No, it doesn't. If it would have been the start of season, then probably would have crossed the boundary markings, but no. We have seen that. We saw that last week too, that the outfield has slowed down quite a bit at inland. So that's another big shot. That's it. That can be taken. Just a single. They do have that long on fielder. Obviously, the power play is over now. So they got a long on, long off, and the cover fielder out with the square leg and mid wicket. So five fielders on the boundary markings. 9 of this over so far. That's Edge again, trying to play that on back foot. He was probably looking to guide it. That's good running. 2 for them. .56 for no loss. Oh, that's a good one again. A little bit of misfield that covers. Captain not very happy, even the bowler. Wakar Gill ends his spell for the day. He's given 40 runs off his 4 overs without a wicket. It's 57 for no loss. Prabasis, left arm spinner. He comes into the attack. Plays it straight convert towards long on, just a single. I think Navshan is probably going to take him on. He loves to play big shots against spinners. It can go either way because spinners, we have seen if the batters try to go big on their deliveries, they usually end up getting their wicket. That's played with soft hands. But he's a good bowler, Prabhasi's very accurate with his line length and pace. Has got that variation where he balls an odd arm ball as well. Goes on back foot. Just a single. 2 of the first 3. That is a biggie. That is what I was talking about. That Navshan, he's not going to hold himself back against Prabhusis. He shuffled across and played that slog sweep easily over that square leg. With the kind of power he has, you always know that if he gets that from the middle of his bat, it's never going to stay inside. It is always going for that big shot. He tries to go big again. That is the second thing I talked about. When a batter tries to hit the spinners for big shots, they can also lose the wicket. He got a maximum on the previous delivery, tried going for another one. Prabhusis had the last laugh. 9 in that over, and a big wicket to break the partnership of 66 runs. Navshan has to go back to the pavilion. That was really well bowled. He didn't go for the quicker one. Had it been a quicker delivery, probably would have connected well, but this was slow in the air outside the off stump. It forced Navshan to drag it to reach for that ball, and that is where the mistake happens. And that is where that wicket came from. 66 for 1 Calgary Stallions. Kiran Pal, another good bowler who has a lot of variations in his bowling. He's got those Yorkers, slower ones, back of length, wicket to wicket, 17 matches, 21 wickets, economy of 7.4, which is not bad in the kind of circumstances he bowls in the middle phase and the death overs. That's a decent economy. That's a play and miss. He has that a little bit of slingy action, not a lot, just a little, which is enough for the batter to think differently from the other bowlers, because the way he releases the ball is different than a regular medium pacer. Sometimes he gets that extra bounce that you just saw. Oh, that's played towards the backward point, but it's good fielding. It's probably her Iqbal Sandhu there. So two back-to-back dots, and he loves to do that. Dot deliveries. He's not a big wicket taker. That is why you'll see 17 matches and 21 wickets. That's one wicket per game, but he adds a lot of value in terms of the dot balls that he creates and singles, doubles. Just a single on that. So two off the four deliveries. He usually comes around the wicket as well. We have seen that to create a different angle for the batters when they tend to get set. So he's a street smart cricketer. He keeps on thinking about this game. Another back off length. That is good bowling by Karan. Another dot ball. Play and miss. That's wide outside the tram line. He loves to bowl those wide Yorkers. Probably he tried the same thing on that, but he bowled outside that guideline. Plays it on back foot. Just a single to end that over. A good over by Kiran Pal. Just four off it. It's 70 for one. Rabbasis comes back. Got a wicket in his previous over. It's a good chance for St. Jones to try and get another wicket because we have talked a lot about one brings two to this game for the bowlers, and it is a good opportunity to probably get another wicket of either Daman or Kanwar Pal. They would love to get Kanwar's wicket because they know he's a backbone of the side. If they get his wicket, that'll pretty much drain out the batting order of Stallions. But any wicket, that's in the air again. That is a chance of another catch. Oh, that's a drop. That was an easy opportunity. Harmanpreet at long on has dropped a sitter. That was an easy opportunity. Not sure what he's unhappy with. He's probably disappointed after dropping that catch. That's played towards cover. Just a single. Big shot from Daman again. This is another drop. What is happening here? It is such an important game for Stallions to qualify for the playoffs, and they are dropping sitters here. 74 for 1 halfway through the innings. This You're watching this broadcast live on 22 Yards broadcast. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do it. This is brought to you by Kookaburra OP Lawyers, our broadcast partners, our sponsors, Power Physiotherapy and Massage, Robinson Sports, and Sherbon. Thanks to all our sponsors. That is a big shot straight away. Played on the first ball, and that has traveled all the way. Two catches dropped in the previous over when Daman was on strikes. He's got two lives already. Ranjot Singh, he's bowling the 11th over. Not a good start. Not sure why Kiran Pal is taken off the attack. He bowled a brilliant over. Just four in that. But they've introduced a new bowler, Ranjot. Yorker. Anytime a bowler he is feeling that a batter's gonna go big against him, especially against medium pacers, they love to go for Yorkers because the medium pacers they don't have a lot of pace to bowl those bouncers. They just have a couple of options. Either they can bowl it even more slower with their cutters, or they can go straight in the block hole. So that's a single. Plays it straight for a single again. It's 8 of the over. We have discussed about the par scores at this ground. 160, 165 has been something we have been talking about, and we have seen it working out for the teams. It's been good fielding by Kiran. Good stop. Just a single on that again. That's in the air. How far is that gone? That will travel all the way. 6 to start the over, 6 to end that. Stallions are loving it. It's 89 for 1. Proboscis. With that boundary, he was 100 up for Stallions. Played it straight and nicely by Kanwar Paul, who is at 47 now, very close to getting another milestone. He scored a lot of runs this season, 102 runs on the board already of 12.2. They can easily reach 170 if they keep going like that. Another play and miss by Daman. Played towards point. They're pushing for the second, and they'll easily get that with that overthrows. Eight runs in this over so far. And Conver is now on 49. Just one run away from his half century. Plays it straight down the ground, and that is another 50 for the man in form, for the backbone of Calgary Stallions. Conver Paul gets to another half century in Elite T20. Two fours and three maximums, 50 of 35 with the strike rate of 142. He struggled in the smash and grab of this year, but has been very consistent with the bat in this regular league of Elite T20, whether it's 40 overs or whatever format he has played from the Stallions. He has scored so many runs. They just rely on him so much, and he knows that. And that is why you see him batting with that responsibility. He gets another 50. Prabhusis, 21 runs for him in his 3 overs. Sweeps that away, and that will travel all the way. What a shot that is. Never felt like that it's going to travel all the way. I thought it'll go probably one or two bounces into the boundary, but the way he generated that power came right from the middle, and the fielder was just a spectator there at square leg 6 to start this. That's well bowled. Just a touch quicker in the air, and he defended that to get that single. That's a key in his batting. He doesn't like to play a lot of dot balls. Continuously looks to rotate the strike. Big shot this time from Daman. That will go all the way too. Well past that boundary markings. That is 13 of 3. Although they don't have any chance to qualify for the playoffs, but they are not giving up. That's played on back foot. That's played in the gap. They'll push for 2. And that's an easy 2. 15 runs off this over. Score moves to 121. This partnership is now over 50 as well. That's a big shot again from Daman. Chance of a catch. Misfield. Don't forget they dropped 2 catches on Prabhusis. His bowling. One was dropped by Harmanpreet on long on, and the other one was dropped by Wakar. But this partnership of 56 goes on back foot again. Knows that they have got the runs off this over, so he's not going to take any more fancy chances in that. 123 for 1 at the end of 14. It's a good over for Stallions again. Kiran Pal. That's a beautiful shot. What a connection coming on from around the wicket, trying to create a different angle for the batter, but this gave him a lot of room and just an extension of cover drive. Travel all the way for a maximum. Beautiful shot by Kanwar Pal. He moves to 64 of 39 now. What a shot that was. It's so pleasing to the eyes the way he played that right from the middle. No power on that, just pure timing. And that is what you expect from a batter of this quality. Six to start this over again. There's a through covers again. Are they going to push for two? No. It was a good shot again, but just a single. Conver moves to 65. Big shot tried from Daman again. Conver is not very happy. He's probably just telling him to rotate the strike. He's saying just do the tip and run. I mean, thing just cover your stumps. He's trying to guide him on how he can tackle Kiran Pal. It's played towards long on. That'll be just a single. Back of the hand, slower one, and umpire says that's not a wide. Interesting call. Dot ball to end that. 8 runs off it. 131 for 1. There is something that these batters love about the first ball of every over. They just started with the maximum. It's been 3 consecutive overs now. that they have started with a maximum. Score moves to 137. They're in a very strong position here. Calgary Stallions, and it's going to be very interesting chase for the St. John's. That's another big one. This time should be taken. Finally, it is taken. Daman Debats for 35 of 24 now. This was the third opportunity created. They already dropped him twice early on in his innings. Four sixes for him today. A lot of dot balls played, but still a decent knock. Just around 150 strike rate. We'll now go back to the pavilion. Second wicket for St. John's. Haven't got a lot of success with the ball today, but they will take this and try to bring that momentum back to their side because they really need to stop this run rate. It is very high at the moment, 9 runs per over, which will take them to 180 if they keep going like that. And if Converse stays there, I'll be not surprised if they reach 200. So they really need to ball some dot balls here and create pressure to stop Stallions because 200 at any ground, it is not easy to chase no matter how good of a batting lineup you have. And especially it's a pressure game for them. So it will be interesting to see how they can pull things back from here. It's a dot ball. So they have 27 more balls to go from here. And Kanwar, if he stays there, they can easily add another 50. Ketan, he's a big striker too. He can hit the long ball. He knows how to clear the boundary markings. Mandeep bowling his first over for the day. Captain trying all his options to get those wickets because it's been a difficult day for St. John's in the field today. 7 of the 5 deliveries. It's been a good over from Mandeep. Started off with a maximum, then a wicket and dot and a single, and then again a dot. Will he try to go big or will he just rotate strike? He just flicks it beautifully to rotate the strike, and he will be on strike for the next over. 139 for 2. 139 for 2. Last 24 balls. Very crucial phase for St. John's. Harmanpreet has bowled well today, hasn't got a wicket. He would love to add a wicket to his spell in his last 5 balls. Just 18 runs given by him. 140 for two. Shashi, what do you think Stallions can get from here?
I think somewhere around 160, 170 would be a good total. If they, I was about to say if they don't lose wickets.
That is what happens. That's the magic of this mic. You can curse it so well, and nobody would know it. See, even your thoughts curse that, and that resulted in a wicket. So that's the third one. Keaton didn't add much to the batting card today. Third wicket down. Just one run added to the total by Keaton. Good catch by Aryan, and finally a wicket for Herman. Harpreet Singh is the new man in now. 68 games, 1,312 runs with a strike rate of almost 118. I know the batters coming in the middle order, they would love to attack, but it is not very easy to attack right from your first ball. So all you can do is, rather than losing wickets and playing those dot balls, you can rotate the strike, because the guy at the non-striker, he is well set. He has been playing those knocks for this whole season. So just rotate the strike, get him back, and this is a dot ball. It's brilliant bowling by Herman. He's got that extra pace. He's quicker than the other bowlers that you'll play in this league. One of his three deliveries and a wicket. He's already been economical. If you see his economy, it's less than six. Slower one this time. Played towards long on for a single. Now it will be interesting whether Kanwarpal obviously needs to hit big shots, because in last two overs they have lost a little bit of run scoring momentum that they had. He goes big, chance of a catch, shot of a catch. It has not been the case today. This has traveled all the way. This was much needed for Stallions. And it's again that man, Kanwarpal, who gets it. It was slower one, short of length, read well, timed it well, and was placed over that fielder to make it an 8 run over. Last ball to go. Goes quick and full. Was a lower full toss, never easy to hit. That's end off his spell. 26 runs given by him. Good bowling by Harmanpreet, and a wicket in his 4 overs. 148 for 3 at the end of 17. Mandeep comes for his second over. Starts off with a wide Yorker, which Convert shuffles across and drives it for no run towards cover. So dot ball to start this. That's a wide ball signaled by the umpire. So now the score moves to 149. 17 more balls to go from here. Full toss. It's not gonna travel anywhere. Just a single. And that is 150 up with that single. Big shot from Harpreet. This will travel all the way. This was meant to be traveled all the way because it was in the slot. And the sound of the bat was so good that the moment it hit the bat, we all knew that it is going over that long on fielder. So 8 runs of this over so far in his 3 balls. That's again a big shot tried. This time it is a chance. That is taken. Harmanpreet is claiming that catch. He was inviting the umpire and the field and the batters probably to come and check that. But no, they trusted him. They said it's all good. So that is a wicket after that maximum and a good catch by Harmanpreet at long on. 156 for 4 at the end of 17.4 overs with 2 more to go in this over. Oh, that's back to back wickets. A quicker one. This time a back of length delivery. Tehzeeb. He came into bat and now he's going back. A short stay for him. Not even a stay, I would say. That was just walking in and walking out. The first ball ducked for Tehzeeb. Kanwar at the other end. He is getting furious. He knows that you guys are wasting those important balls. So now it's 17.5, 156 for 5. Karthik is coming to the bat. He he forgot his gloves. That is why he walked in and then reaching almost at that wicket. He realized he has no gloves, so he went back to get those. That's a hat trick ball. Chance of a hat trick for Mandeep, who has already taken 3 wickets. That's a big shot! And they will come back for two. So hat trick ball goes for 2 runs. It is a good over for St. John's. They got 2 wickets in that. It is 158 for 5 at the end of 18. Kiran Pal in for 19th over. That's a chance of a catch. And that is dropped again. This was a first chance probably given away by Kanwar Pal, and another drop. He came back for two. 160 for 5 now. 11 more balls to go. Let's play towards mid wicket. They're going to push for the second. No, that is not. Another miss by the wicket keeper this time. Karthik, he will be on strike now. Back of length. Misses it. Was ready to get one. So 3 balls and 3 runs in this. He's a very smart bowler, Kiran Pal. That is why captain wants these kind of bowlers to bowl in the death, because you need to be mindful of the lengths and the lines you're bowling at in these overs, because the batter's gonna go hard on you. That's again a play and miss. He knows he will struggle with that back of length delivery. Kanwarpal, look at him. He is not happy. Too many balls have been wasted. He has been just watching that all from non-strikers, batters losing wickets and playing those dot balls. He is well set. He is batting at 78. Would love to be on strike for every delivery that is being bowled from now. But unfortunately, his batters are not able to compliment him. He is just so unhappy at the moment. That's edged. And they got a third man just before that delivery. So he is bowling according to his field. One more to go in this. Just 4 runs of his 19th over. What a spell by Kiran Pal. He's just given 25 of his 3.5. I'm pretty sure Kanwar is gonna try to go big on this, because this 4 runs can be easily converted to 10 if Kanwar goes for a maximum here, which he will probably try to go for. He's on 78 of 50. 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 That's a big shot. That is a biggie. And that is a maximum. Yes. So he does convert that to a 10-run over. So now that'll be end of his spell. 31 runs given by Karan Pal in his 4 overs. No wicket for him. 168 for 5 after 19. So 169 is the total. He's got 5 deliveries to maximize this. And he's 16 runs away from his 100. So there can be a chance where he can get to his 100 too. He's got 5 deliveries, and I can really trust him to hit those 16 runs in his 5. It's just a matter of 2 sixes and 1 4, and he's surely capable of doing that. 169 sweeps that, denies the single, doesn't want the single. Now 4 deliveries left, 16 runs for his century. I'm thinking this will go big. This is gonna go big. Played it straight. Stopped by the fielder. Good fielding. They're pushing for the second. Conver, he is not able to believe that. He thought that's going to the boundary, but it is a dot ball. No run on it. So 2 back-to-back dots. This sweep, how far is that gone? This will go all the way now. Finally one. He connected the previous one as well. It was that slow outfield and a good work done by the fielder that stopped that ball. Now he moves to 90. He's got 2 balls, 10 runs for his 100. 10 runs from here can take them to 185 and Kanwarpal to his 100. Played straight down the ground. They're gonna push for 2, obviously. He pushes hard, completes it, moves to 92. A legal delivery won't take him to his 100, but it is a really good total that they have posted. 177 with 1 more to go. The message will be very clear. Just run. Don't think about anything. Just run, Karthik. Add as much as you can to that total if he doesn't connect it well. So 177. Can they finish at 183? No, it's a good Yorker by Mandeep. They're going to push for 2, obviously. Yes, they do. Throw comes to the keeper's end. They are pushing for the third. Kanwarpal. No, Kanwar makes it to the other end, but Karthik doesn't to the keeper's end. So that will end the innings with the double. So which will take them to 179, and it will be 180 for St. John's 1 to win this game and qualify for the playoffs of 2026 Elite T20. Kanwarpal, what a knock once again. It's that man. 6 runs short of his 100, but this is a brilliant knock once again. This is not less than any 100. The team collapsed, but he stayed there. He was very furious at the non strikers end, seeing the teammates losing their wickets, but then he stayed strong. He knew that he's capable of hitting shots. He's set, he's in form, he can bat through the end, and that's what he did. Two fours and eight sixes in this 94 runs that you saw. Strike rate of 167 for Kanwar. What a knock. That's a batting card on your screens. Good start provided by Navshan. It was 50 partnership by Kanwar and Navshan. Then Daman joined. He scored 35. Not much added by the middle order and the lower middle order. It was all about Kanwar Pal scoring that 94 from 56. St. John's, they use a lot of options for their bowling. Mandeep taking 3 wickets, unexpected, coming towards that death overs and taking 3 wickets, 1 wicket for Prabhusis and 1 wicket for Harmanpreet. We are heading towards an innings break. We'll be right back with the live action where you'll see St. John's chasing 180 against the Stallions to make it to the playoffs. Start of the innings, Honey Mera and Iqbal Sandhu, two explosive hitters starting for St. John's in this big chase of 180. Beautiful ball by Tehzeeb. Even the first one, it was pitched in the right area, shaping away from the batter, took the edge of Honey's bat, and went towards short third for that double. Make some room. A single to get off strike. It's been a good over. They will need a really good power play. St. John's just four on this. The moment required run rate goes over 10, 10 and a half. That's where the chasing team starts to feel that pressure. And that is what they would not want. In these kind of chases, you always want to have control on that required run rate. Back of length this time, played it towards backward point. Good over from Tehzeeb. Good bowling. There's four of it, and no wicket in that. Smith Patel coming in for the second over of the innings. And straight away a big shot by Iqbal Sandhu to open his account of boundaries for today. It was full and wide. Easy enough for Iqbal to play it over covers for that boundary. It's a brilliant bowling by Tehzeeb. He's bowling with good pace. His line and length is accurate. He's bowling in the same areas. He's bowled 10 deliveries in this spell with that new ball. He's been firing those good length deliveries. The pace is good, and he's getting that shape as well. From that length, if you get that shape, makes it really hard for the batter to do anything. This was a little wide. He's got a fielder for that. Cuts it. Iqbal gets a single. Got a big wicket in that over. Sent back Honey Mera, who's a very dangerous batter. Flicked it away. And just a single on that. So 4 runs in that over and a big wicket. 16 for 1. Smith Patel comes back. This is not an ideal start for St. John's. They would have loved to score more runs in the first 3 or 4 overs, but they've lost 1 wicket. The run rate is below 6. It is not looking good for the St. John's at the moment in this crucial game. Beautiful chip away from Smith this time. Iqbal came down the track, probably trying to take him on, but he was beaten up by that delivery from Smith. It's late swing, that shape that the ball had again in the good areas. Just tap and run towards that cover. It's been good bowling from these two opening bowlers of Stallions. Good knock by Kanwar Pal again today. Scored 94. And it's being backed up by these two bowlers. That's chipped in the air. Shout of a catch. Won't be a catch. So just a single. It's again played with soft hands. They're not trying to take any chances against that seeming bowling from Smith and Tehzeeb. They know if they try to do something fancy, they can end up losing their wicket, which is the last thing they would want. This time shuffles across. Oh, that's a mix-up. Better throw would have resulted in a run out, but there'll be a dot ball. Just 4 of that. It's 20 for 1. Not a good start for St. John's in this chase of 180. Third over for Tazib. That's in the air, chance. But no fielder there. For a moment, I thought like it's going towards mid on, but it was actually over mid wicket. So lands in the area where there was no fielder. That's down the leg, wide signaled. That's down the leg and clip the pads. No bat on it, although they were appealing for it. But there'll be another dot ball and they'll take it. So look at the run rate. It's 5.11. And the required run rate, which started from 9 and over, has now gone up to 10.13. That's on the back foot. Slower one, flicked, and that's a single. Added to the total, just 4 of this over as well. That's edge, and that will go to the boundary. So finally, a 4, not in the way Iqbal would have wanted, but he will take it. 8 runs of that over. That will be 28 for 1 at the end of 5. Six runs of this over so far. There was an appeal a couple of deliveries ago. Wicket keeper and the whole fielding unit, they were very confident that Iqbal nicked it, but umpire, he said no, that's not out. That's back of length. Guided towards backward point to get that single. Makes it 7 runs from this over. And that'll be last ball of this power play. And they are at 35 with 1 wicket. Cuts it away. Cuts it beautifully and has timed it well enough to take it to the boundary. So 39 for 1 will be the total at the end of 6 overs, and that power play has ended. St. John's need 141 runs to win this game of the remaining 14 overs. 40 for 1. We'll have a look at the points table because there are 3 games coming up, 2 games tomorrow, and 1 game on Thursday. So it's guided back at the short third. So currently, Kings 1, CCA, and Kings 2, they're tied at 36 points. But CCA, they've got a game to play against Glenmore Knights on Thursday. If they win that game, they will stay, or they will top the table at their number 1 spot. But if they lose, they might slip to number 3 because their net run rate is very close to what Kings 2 have at the moment. If you see 1.44 and 1.26, so not a lot of difference. If they lose that game, they can probably slip to number 3. So they would love to win that game on Thursday. If St. John's loses this game today, then tomorrow's game between Zalmi Lions and Shine Mavericks will become very important for the Zalmi Lions, because then they will be at 4 wins out of their 8 games, and then St. John's, after losing today, if they do, will finish at 5 wins. So then Zalmi Lions can move to number 4 if they win with a bigger margin or they get a better net run rate. We'll get to know the exact numbers by tomorrow probably. So it's exciting week of cricket. Then we have qualifiers on Saturday and finals on Sunday of this Elite T20. 45 for 1 at the end of 7. They need 135 of the 13 overs. Damanpreet now into the attack. A block all delivery to start this over. Play and miss. Abhishek was walked in at number 3. He's got a very important role to play. Not just he has to stay there. The moment it will touch 11, it will create that panic in the batting lineup of St. John's. Another good ball from Daman. Dot deliveries. That's what they have been doing. Trying to focus on dot. Oh, that's sloppy. That is overthrows and a single to rotate that strike. So it won't be a dot ball. Cuts it away in the gap. Won't go to the boundary, but they will easily come back for 2. And the third. He completely lost the sight of the ball. Shaleen, man behind the stumps. That resulted in another run. So they have leaked 2 runs, 2 extra runs in the previous 2 deliveries. One off the overthrow, the third ball. And then now this should be a double, convert to a triple with that overthrows. That brings their team at 50 for the loss of 1 wicket. Trying to cut it. He's quick in the air, Daman. He doesn't give you a lot of flight. A lot of his deliveries, they don't turn a lot. And with that pace, if he's able to do it, that is what makes him dangerous. This is a flighted one, reverse sweep played, and a boundary to end that over. 9 of it. 54 for 1 at the end of 8. Harpreet gave 6 in his previous over. This was a swinging full length delivery coming in towards Iqbal. He was stunned by that. The amount of swing that he's getting in the ninth over tells you that not many shots have been played, and the ball is still relatively new, so that it's still swinging again. Trying that in swinging Yorker in the block hole. Iqbal batting with the almost runnable strike rate. Needs to get going from here. The run rate is now at 10.71. They need few big overs to put some pressure on the Stallions. Right now, it's a walk in the park for them. They're just hitting the right areas. They're not thinking too much. This is a lower full toss. Will be just a single. Flicked away. There is fielder. It's probably Varun. That'll be just a single. Singles won't hurt Stallions at all. Five runs in that over. It is 59 for the loss of 1 wicket for St. John's. And now the required run rate is at 11 runs per over. Karthik comes in and has been smashed over covers for that boundary to start off this over. Probably that's a sign from Iqbal Sandhu that he's now going to change his gears and really take that run scoring up towards the total that they actually need, because they are going at 6.87, which won't take them anywhere. So they're chasing 180. So they need many more shots like that. That's played towards third. Just a single. That's played over the point. They're coming back for two. And now they will come back for three. Shalin is again and again losing the sight of the ball. That's what he's saying to his fielders. And just probably do a sidearm throw rather than over the shoulder so that he can see the ball, because the sun is shining right into his eyes from that end. Oh, that's straight. That is big. No, it is not. That's a big wicket. Again, for a moment from this angle, I thought that has traveled all the way, but Kanwar Pal, I think he was in the way, and when he's in the way, you will be out of the way. Takes another catch. Second wicket for Calgary Stallions here. Both the catches taken by Kanwar Pal. A good catch this time completed at long off. It was a powerful stroke again from Iqbal. That's how he usually plays, but not enough distance and elevation on it. Ends up losing his wicket. 67 for 2 now. 9.4 overs. Navneet Kumar in at number 4. And there'll be a wide. So they've got 9 runs off this over so far. And a big wicket. Back of length. That was a good one. He doesn't do that very often, so the batter won't expect that kind of delivery from Karthik. He's got unorthodox action, not an action that poses trouble to the batter. This time played in the gap, and they will come back for 2. So 11 runs off that over, but a big wicket off Iqbal. That's halfway through the innings. 70 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. They need 110 of the remaining 10 overs. St. John's to win this game and get to the playoffs. If not, tomorrow's game for Zalmi Lions against the Shine Mavericks at West Winds will be very interesting to watch. This stream is brought to you by Kookaburra, Robinson Sports, Sherborne, Power Physiotherapy and Massage, and OP Lawyers. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do it. We're gonna stream the playoffs and the finals here, and so make sure you get those notifications when we are streaming those games live. It's gonna be very interesting week, an entertaining week of cricket in Calgary here in the C&DCL Elite T20. That's a big shot. Tried from Navneet. Plays it straight. Just a single. That's another good ball from Harpreet. He doesn't have a lot of pace, but he's generating that extra bounce from that length. That is what probably Navneet is signaling it as well, that he is not expecting the ball to bounce that much from that length. And he's bowling in. Oh, what a ball! What a ball that is. That's a Jeffer. Angling in, and then after pitching, just shaping a little bit away from the batter, just enough to beat that outside edge. Great bowling by Harpreet. Three back-to-back dots. This is full, played straight, just a single. Two of this over has taken the required run rate to 11.78 now. 108 required of 55. That's a big shot. That should travel all the way. Yes, it does. This was probably a leg cutter tried. So it was just 2 runs before that maximum, and now this over ends at 8 runs. So they need 102 off the remaining 9. St. John's. That's a big shot from Abhishek, or in fact Navneet, And that will go to the boundary as well. So good last two deliveries for St. John's here. Now they need less than 100 runs. So 98 of 53. Back of length. Just a single, so 5 off the 2. Abhishek. He's on 31 of 19. Batting with a good strike rate. Got a maximum in the previous over. That's edged. There was a short third. So 6 of the 4 deliveries. 11.52 is the required run rate now. 96 required of 50. They will rely on this partnership a lot, and then finishing touches from Kiran Pal Sidhu to win this game. St. John's, this is wide signaled. Karthik is not happy with that call. Shalin is smiling. He is saying that was not a wide, but at the end, it's the umpire's call that matters. Let's play towards that gap between the long on and the mid wicket. So that's how they will come back for 2. 9 runs of this over so far, with 1 more to go. Can Navneet finish this over in the style that he started this? He got a beautiful boundary over covers to start this over. Can he get another one? That should be a wide. That is for sure a wide. That makes it 10 of this over. He is proving out to be an expensive bowler today. 21 already given and is 1.5. That's inside edge. Dot ball to end that over. It's 88 for 2 at the end of 12. They need 92 more runs to win this game in the remaining 8 overs. Navshan Singh with the ball now. One by signal by the umpire. It's interesting that they haven't introduced Varun Duggal. There are just 8 overs remaining before this delivery. So he's a guy who is fully capable of bowling 4 overs and taking a lot of wickets. But it's interesting the way Stallions are approaching their bowlers. It's 2 runs. Big shot this time again, and that'll be a boundary. It was not easy for the fielder to hold on to that. So 95 is the total now for the loss of 2 wickets. 85 required of 45 deliveries. Navneet and Abhishek, they're trying to push it through and make that partnership happen and do a miracle here for the team. That's a big one. How far is that gone? That will go all the way. Good shot by Navneet. Once again, 4 and a 6. That will take them to 101 for the loss of 2 wickets. Navshan, he's bowling in the slot. That is exactly where he's looking. He struggled a little bit against those back of length deliveries, but he is very comfortable against those fuller lengths and in the slot deliveries. So this is a good chance for him to make it a big over. Played straight towards long off. Single. 14 runs of this over with one more to go. Can Abhishek finish this off and make it a big over of 20 runs? That is what they were looking for. This over has brought down the required run rate back to the tens. It's 10.88 now. Hitting a big shot on this ball will make it even more. Oh, that's big, but that is a chance of catch. No, fielder won't be able to make it to that. That's a single. 15 of it. Now the required run rate is back to the 11s again. They need 77 of the remaining 7. Varun Dugal finally introduced in the 14th over. I'm guessing if they kept him for the death overs, is he gonna bowl 4 overs on the trot from that end? We'll see. Starts off with a wide. That's in the air and straight away produces a wicket. He is a magical bowler. He loves to take wickets. Bowled the widest delivery, flighted the first one to start his spell for the day. That was a wide. This was again similar line and length. Just inside the tram line, batter falling in that trap. And he will go back to the pavilion. That's a big wicket. Abhishek, he was set. That partnership was going smoothly. The run rate, it was around 10 and a half, 11, 11 and a half. It was in control for St. John's. But now he lost his wicket, and Kiran Pal, he is walking in. He's the man to watch out for. He's a man who will be carrying a lot of hopes for St. John's, their team, their spectators, whoever is supporting St. John's today. He's the man to watch out for. I remember him scoring 42 runs of 13 deliveries in smash and grab against Stallions. Obviously, they were different bowlers in that tournament, but if he can do that in that big of a tournament, he can do it here as well. Kiran Pala on strike against Varun. Shuffles across, straight away goes big. That is the way he loves to play. Wicket on the previous delivery doesn't matter. He's gonna play his game. That is the way he plays. First ball six. Is he gonna go quick and flat against him now? Tries another sweep. This was again flighted, but not the similar flight that he gave. Just a little less from that previous delivery. Bowls it outside off stump. Batter has shuffled across. So umpire is not giving that wide. That's a good call. That is very good call. You gotta give something to the bowlers. Two back-to-back dots by Varun. Shuffles across again. Sweeps it again. Big one again. 13 of this over. He can hit those sixes for fun. That is for sure. He knows that Varun is trying to ball away from him. He knows he's targeting that wide line area. He shuffled across quite a bit. Is he going to attack the stumps now with a quicker run? No, he goes wide. Chance of a run out. Misfield. Direct hit. Pushing for the second. They will get two on that. 15 runs of that over from Varun. 118 for 3. Things are getting exciting here. Harpreet comes for his last over. Has been economical. 20 runs in his 3.1. Will be interesting to see where Kiran Pal will look to target him, and will Harpreet try to go for his Yorkers? He's been getting that angle and shape in towards the right hander, attacking those stumps. Oh, that's appeal. That is a big appeal, and that is gone. That is gone. Kiran Pal Sidhu, he is not happy with the umpire's decision. He is saying that it was not an out. It was not out. He is claiming that. He is furious. Umpire, he has gone to funny to discuss that. Who is standing at leg umpire? Not sure. That's out. Oh no. He is not happy, Kiran Pal. He's throwing his bat in anger. He has to go back. That is a big, big wicket. 119 for 4. Two sixes. Oh, he is not happy. He knew that he can take this game away from the Stallions. He's a player of that caliber. But that decision has changed the course of this game. A big wicket though. Stallions will take it. Whether it was an edge or no, doesn't matter to the Stallions. They will take that wicket. Ranjot Singh. 78 games for him. 1,583 runs. Drives it. A single on that. Harpreet. He didn't get a wicket in his whole spell, but then just towards the end, in his last over, he has probably got the match winning wicket. That's a big shot from Navneet. And a misfield will result in a 4. Six of this over. That's another in swinging delivery played towards short third for a single. 7 now. And there'll be a dot ball to end his spell. 26 runs and a big, big wicket in his 4 overs. 125 for 4. They need 55 of 30 St. John's to win this game. 125 for 4. Short pitch. Played in the gap, pushing for second. Chance of a run out. No, they misses it. They will probably come back for third. No, they won't. That's not wide signaled again because that pitched in well inside the tram line. After turning, it went away. Quicker one, played straight, just a single. These singles and doubles won't hurt Stallions at all. Now 52 required of 27. Required run rate now over 11.5. Oh, that's a good one. Again, just 3 runs in this over. That'll be wide. Big shot. How far is that gone? Convert ball. Oh, almost grabs it. Good effort. 5 of this over. Really good one. Played towards mid wicket. Another single. So that's end of that over. 6 of it. 131 for 4 at the end of 16. Big shot from Navneet. Launched. And will that be a boundary or a maximum? Yes, it is a maximum. So now they need 43 of 23. It is still gettable from here. It is not very hard. We have seen that in modern day cricket, 10, 11 runs per over towards the death overs. It is not very hard thing. Just imagine if Kiran Paul would have been at the crease in this kind of situation. He would have probably took the bowlers on That's another single. 7 of the first two. 42 of 22 now. 11.45. If they can make this over big, this can probably change the game. Big shot again. And it is taken this time. Navshan was there. For a moment, felt like he dropped it, but no. He held on to that. And that's a wicket. Fifth wicket. Ranjot has to go back. He scored just 2 runs today off his 5. So 42 of 21 required. Cuts it away, Aryan. Big shot again. Navshan underneath. Oh, this time drops it. Was probably easier than the previous one. Oh, missed the run out as well. What are they doing? Stallions, they have given too many overthrows. Couple of catches dropped, and now this run out missed. It's all happening here. 38 of 19. I would say St. John's, they're still in the game. Still in the game. No ball. That means it'll be 2 runs added on this, and this will be a free hit. So they need 36 of 19. If Navneet can get a maximum on this, they'll only need 30 of 18, which is not a big ask, which is pretty much gettable in this shortest format of the game. 18 of 30 with 5 wickets in hand. Full toss. That will travel all the way. That will travel all the way. They were asking the leg umpire if that's another no ball. It is not. But that was a free hit which has been smashed over the square leg for a maximum. Now they need 30 of 18. The required run rate is down to 10 and over. You are seeing those players coming in from the dugout now. Navneet Kumar, he's on 46. He needs to be there till the end. It is a cracker of a game. 18 of 30. Varun Dugal in for a very important over. Aryan plays it in the gap. They're gonna push for the second. He needs to push for the second. Yes! He will make it. 28 of 17. This is good cricket from St. John's. They never lost the hopes in this game. Yes, they had a slow start. Yes, towards the middle of the innings, halfway through the innings, they were around that 11 and a half, 12 runs per over required run rate. But this is how quickly this game changes. That is why this is the most entertaining format of cricket. Navneet Kumar, this guy, 3 4, 3 6s, 191 strike rate. That is not wide signaled. So 3 of 3. Varun Duggal, he is sticking to his outside off plan. He wants the batter to do something fancy if you want to hit him. Quicker one plays it straight. Just a single. 4 of 4. I know Varun will bowl the last over, but who's gonna bowl the 19th over? They have a lot of options. Tehzeeb, Smith. We'll go through the bowling card after this. That's in the air. That has gone nowhere. And Varun underneath. He has dropped this. And that'll be another single. Could have been his second wicket on his own bowling. He dropped that catch. And now, can he get a big shot going? He maximized that free hit with that six that he hit. Can he do that again? Pulls it away. Just a single now. What an over. Just 6 runs at a very crucial stage for Stallions by Varun Duggal. 6 runs in that. They need 24 of 12 to make it to the playoffs, St. John's. There's probably a discussion going on that it's too dark. Batters are saying, umpires and the batters, they're discussing whether it's too dark to play. St. John's, they're just 1 run over the par score. It is very interesting. The umpires saying them, don't waste time in discussing all this. So they brought in Tehzeeb. So they're probably saying that we're not gonna play the Pacers here. It's dark to play the Pacers. So now Aryan is having a chat Umpire is saying, please go back to the non-strikers and you have to play this. The good thing, Stallions, they had changed the bowling. They said, okay, Daman will bowl. So if you want to play the spinners, we'll get the spinners coming in because next way, anyways, Varun's gonna bowl. It was just about this over. So Daman, he's gonna bowl the second last over. Can be a very interesting one. Big shot straight away, tried in the air. Will be a hard one to get. So that'll be 2 runs added. So 22 required of 11 now. Navneet is saying he gets to his 50 by the way with that double. He is saying he's not able to see the ball. Navneet is saying umpires that he cannot see the ball. It is too dark for him to play. I'm just wondering, would they have reacted the same way if they would have been under the par score? I think that confidence there, it's coming from that position because they are over the par score. Just imagine if they would have been under the par score, they would have played in any situation here. Now Iqbal is coming in. We are just wasting time here. There is no point wasting time now. They are saying that it is too dark. Umpires, they are not agreeing to that. We are just wasting time here. It is not looking good here at Inland Cricket Ground. Heated conversation. All the team members are walking in. They're arguing whether it is fair to play.
They have been wasting time here, but I don't think the batters want to bat at this point because it's 8:48 and we already have a sunset.
But that's what I'm wondering whether, because the par score that I can see here is 157. So if, let's say, they would have been at 155, would they have behaved the same way they're doing right now?
That's very difficult to say, Vibor. I think it's um, it's a batter's choice somewhere because if they are not able to see the ball, I feel they have the privilege to comment about it. But they started talking about it too early. I felt um, around like 8:40ish they were talking, and we wasted 10 minutes already.
But I think the moment they noticed that they are over the power score, that's when they started bringing that up because it is same kind of
Right.
light, yes, that it was maybe 10 minutes ago. It hasn't changed a lot, but the moment they figured out they are over the power score, that is where they started questioning that. That's very interesting. So 158, I think we are still gonna go ahead and play the last few. So now he has pulled it away. That was powerfully struck by Navneet. And that's another two. And now that ball hit RN. He is saying that what what about what about the light now? And now they'll like again push for two. No, they won't get it this time. That'll be just a single. So five of the three. Now the power score is at 161, and they are also at 161. So let's see. No, he says he can't see it. He says he can't see it. Shashi, I think we have wasted around 15 minutes seeing all that discussions, and if two spinners were bowling, it would have been much
Much
quicker to
quicker.
end this game.
I absolutely agree with you, Vibhor. I think both the batters they could have still made the runs above the par score, and we would have been in the 19th and already in the 20th over. And they're continuing to play. See, so they have to play this game.
That's a wicket. That is a wicket. Aryan Sharma, he's now saying that to the umpire that I can't see it. Now he gets out on that and he is saying that thing. Look at him walking out. All of you, 44 of it's 48 of you now watching this game. If you think that these conditions or this light is fair enough to play this game, just like the stream and tell us that way. If you think it is fair on St. John's to play this game, because now the power score is at 163 and St. John's are at 161.
So Vibhor, explain me like what happens? Is this because of bad light? Does the power score come in picture, or how does that work? If they stop right now, like what would happen? What does the rule say? No?
I 161 for 6. Shashi, I think yes, it is the power score that comes into play if this play is stopped by bad light. But I've got 4 likes on the stream. That means 4 viewers believe that it is good to continue this game. Now we got 5. 50 of you are watching this game. This is very interesting because this is a very interesting point where St. John's they need 17 runs to win this game to qualify for the playoffs. And now they are below par. Earlier, when these conversations started, they were just 1 run over that par score. It is at 167 now, the par score, and they are at 163. So they are 4 behind. Now, Varun Duggal, he's going to bowl the last over. 17 runs to defend here. Stallions were very determined to finish this game, even though they're out of the league. But look at their commitment. They wanted to play this game so badly. They don't want to just give this away to them. That is pure entertainment here. That's bowled outside off stump. And that is a dot ball. 17 of 5 required now. Navneet. That's in the air. I don't think so. Anybody can take it. They'll come back for 2. Will they push for 3? I think Navneet should retain that strike. Yes, he does with that 2. So they need 15 of 4 now. If St. John's loses this game, that will make things interesting for Zalmi Lions tomorrow at Westwinds against Shaheen Mavericks. That'll be a wide ball. That is wide signaled. Keeper, he took off the bails pretty quickly, Shaleen. It's 8:55. 166 for 6. 14 required of 4. Can he do a miracle here in the dark? Steps down. No timing. Probably will push for 2. He pushes for 2. He gets 2. 13 runs required of the remaining 3. 12 required, in fact, of the 3. Big shot! That has been deposited by Navneet Kumar. There is still life left in this game. 2 balls, 6 runs required. What is happening here? And now he's walking away. What is he saying? What is he saying to the umpire? Navneet, he's getting furious. Nobody's happy. Look at them. There's that rift going on. Not sure why. They are walking off. They are walking off. We'll see how that will impact the result. Because from my knowledge, it says par score is at 175. Does that mean Stallions will win this game? What is happening here? What is happening here? I think it was just a matter of 2 deliveries. They could have played that. He hit that for a maximum. We could have had that complete 20 overs of cricket. Now umpires are saying walk off. They're calling the batter back. Navneet, he scored 65, 64 today of 35, but he walked off. What are they trying to discuss here now? That is the question. But what a game we have had here. And now he's coming back. Now he's coming back. What do you guys think? 55 of you watching this game. Do you think he should have just, it was just a matter of 2 deliveries? Now Stallions are walking off. What is happening? Oh no. What is happening here? At Inland Cricket Ground, it is pure drama. You're watching this live on 22 Yards broadcast. 60 people watching the stream. They're watching 11 players, or not 11. Let me count them. Yes, they're 11. For a moment, I thought there are more. Oh, now they walked off. They have walked off. Stallion said they don't want to continue now after all that drama that has happened. St. John's coming in, requesting the umpires again and again to walk off. Now, Funny is discussing that with Aryan Navneet. Oh, it's very hard to be umpire Funny at the moment because He has dealt with some really furious faces in last 25 minutes or so. Iqbal Sandhu coming in from dugout, whole St. John's team coming in, Navneet getting angry, Kanwar Pal Tadgur having that conversation, whole Stallions team having that now Iqbal is back again. Now they are discussing again. Is that discussion? Now umpire is calling Stallions back. He wants Stallions to come back. They're calling the captain. They needed six of the two. It was just a matter of maybe a couple of more minutes. 2 minutes.
Two deliveries.
Or even I would just say 2 minutes. It was just a matter of that, and we have wasted another 10 minutes. I don't know what to say on this. Not sure what the result will be. But let me tell you that, Shashi, you don't get to go home early today. Because these guys, they are doing their best to make you stay here till 10. Probably doing the pack up and all that will take you till that time. But oh, look at that. Now, Umpire is furious. What is going on? Everybody is getting furious at each other. Funny is not happy. Ketan is in the middle, Calgary Stallions captain. Navneet, I'm just wondering why did he walk off after hitting that six? He could have just played those two balls.
Maybe he was not able to sight it. It just that six went by fluke, and he just wanted to tell the umpire, "I'm really not able to see it."
But at the end, it's for me, it's because we are playing here. Everybody has, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody came from their work after getting done, right? Working 8 hours and then showing up here. You could have just played those two balls just for sake of that, because
Yeah, no, definitely. I think they should have continued to play from the start, and they would have still be able to make it because Aryan would have not wasted those 10-15 minutes which happened and then he got out. I feel if they would have batted, they could have be above the par score. At the same time, they would have completed the overs in time. 20 overs.
I feel like it was more crucial game for St. John's than Stallions. But I love their commitment and determination that they wanted to continue and play till the last ball or till the last run was scored. Not sure what to say. Not sure what the result will be. But now I can for sure say now you can play.
Yeah,
Now it is
true.
too dark. So we have to come to a conclusion. Not sure what that will be, but this is not good. This is not good. We should be playing within the spirit of the game. It is a gentleman game, and this is not how gentlemen behave. Because now, if you see those lights on the highway, they are turned on. That officially means that it is dark now. So, what do you guys think? 60 of you watching this, like the stream if you think that they should have continued, and it was a pretty good game. It was balanced between both the sides. It was a thriller of a contest. If you think St. John's should have continued, like the stream and tell us. Get your opinions. We'll at least know how many of you think that we should have watched this game till the last ball. This is not a good end to this game. I think that's the end of this game. We'll see what this will look in the scorecard. But that is the end of this game. Now it's called off by the umpires officially. All right, guys, we are signing off from here. That'll be the end of that match. You can check the result of this game on Crick Clubs. We have to pack up and leave from here because it's already too late. That's the scorecard on your screens. 64 by Navneet Kumar. They needed six of the last two. All that light drama. It was not actually a light drama, it was a heavy drama because of the light. So that is 174 for six. We'll see when the scorecard gets updated. You can check that on Crick Clubs. Whatever it is, if St. John's loses this game, they'll make things interesting for the tomorrow's game of Zalmi Lions and Shaheen Mavericks. Thank you very much for watching the stream. This is Vibhor Bajaj signing off live from Inland Cricket Ground.